Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Subos page 88, which discusses a woman is allowed to collect her ksuba in the event that her husband travels abroad and is nowhere to be found. And the reason for this, even though typically we would want him to be around to pay up this ksuba obligation to his wife, nonetheless, since he's gone, we allow her to collect it. And the reason the Talmud says is because we want to create what's called Hane, graciousness. Because there is a legitimate concern if, in fact, the only way she can collect her ketubah is when he is available and ready, he could simply just make himself scarce, and all of a sudden, she won't be able to get her ksuba. And this will deter women from wanting to get married, knowing that if they do get divorced, there is the potential that she's not going to be receiving this money. And therefore, she can collect even if he is not present. On this, the Talmud wonders if the same law applies when it comes to a regular loan. If someone owes me $100,000, let's say, so am I able to go to this person's property or the courts and to be able to collect this money in the event that this individual is not around? So one possibility is no. We don't have this concern of a person like when it comes to marriage that may not get married when it comes to this regular case of a loan. So therefore, we may not have this leniency. We're going to be more sensitive to women and make sure that they'll always get their ksuba. However, maybe not when it comes to a loan. Or the Talmud says no. Even when it comes to a loan, if this person's not around for a while, then you can collect it even though he's not present. And the reason is because what can a person logically do? You want to borrow $100,000, here's some great advice. Borrow money and then run away, never to be found. And therefore, even though you have assets that the courts could garnish or take away, nonetheless, maybe they're not allowed to do it. And therefore, because of this, people are going to stop lending money. People are going to end up saying, you know what, I'm not going to help people out, because there's a huge downside that this person is just going to hide and run away, and I'll never get my money back. And therefore, because of this, it also applies to a loan. And we can understand when it comes to economics, this is a very important aspect. If there was no ability to have loans, then it would be very challenging to be able to buy a house, a car, to be able to open up a new business. Savings and loans banks are critical because that enables the economy to get stronger and for improvement and increase of jobs in the country, in the world. And therefore, we want to be able to do whatever we can do to make sure that loans are available. And because of this, we will say that we can collect loans in all circumstances, even if that person is not around. And by doing that, they will be able to strengthen the economy and also help those individuals who are in need, that want to borrow, that those people who will have the money will feel more comfortable to lend it to them.